Now we got the PZM. This is the one in the hallway. Sounds great by itself. For greater dynamic range and higher sound pressure level, you can use two 23469 batteries. You can put a car battery on it and really increase the dynamic range. Now I need to find my 9 volt. Where did I put it? Is it over there? In the tomatoes? PZMs are particularly useful with high sound pressure levels, such as from drum sets. They will accurately reproduce sounds up to 135 dB with use of the two batteries. Okay, so there you go. For drum sets, 2 PZMs are usually sufficient. Mount one in front of the bass drum and the other near the tom-tom and cymbals. Hey, that's pretty cool. I am going to show you how to do the PZM microphone hot rod, where you attach the 9 volt. This is one that's already done, a 9 volt, which you can buy these on eBay for a packet. I would get the ones with the strong, non-flexible connection material that's hard, okay? And you will need, besides the PZM, try to get one that's new in the box if you can. This one was not used. It was made in 1987. It's a 331090B. There are also 331090A and 331090 with no letter. Any of those will do. Get it in the best condition you can. Get one of these. And now you're also going to need a microphone cable that you can kill. And we'll be cutting this end off of a host cable. And then attaching it to the end of the PZM. So you can see it comes out of the PZM into this box. You're going to take that top off, attach this, and then we will cut back the wire and reattach it as shown here. If you are already jumping ahead, there is the 3. Okay, so putting it down here, the 2 on top are on top, and you can see the screw hole to hold it into the sleeve is at the top. So if you're at the top, we have the red on the left, the black on the bottom, and the ground over on the right. Take this out of the box. It comes with that 1/4-inch cable, and we're going to remove that and put the XLR 3-pin on it. I really need to get a cameraman. You are going to cut this thing off. It's a little frightening doing it. You can hang on to this like I hang on to things just in case I need it for something someday. But I have a million things downstairs in coffee cans. Unbox. I admit I did take this out of the box already once, so very, very clean. Very, very new. You see the cable is black, clean as a whistle. I mean, there is no dust in there. This is new old stock, brand new, never been used. I'm going to take this off, and we're going to attach this in here. You're going to have the positive over here. It's a little tricky to get to stick, and the negative will go over there. Black for negative, red for positive. The 9 volt, put the 9 volt there, attach it, and I'll show you my soldering skills, which are not so good, but good enough. You don't need to be pro. I've got this old soldering iron that, it's a little floppy. It kind of sucks, but as long as it gets hot enough, it works, and it does. Standard solder. I'm gonna grab some solder, and you should grab some flux. Here, look at my flux. Oh my God, it's like so old. It's gotta be 30 years old and barely anything left. So you get some solder and some flux and your soldering iron. Real cheap stuff. I mean, that's probably like 10, 15 bucks. I don't know, on Amazon, I'm sure. 20 bucks, 25 bucks, you might have everything you need. And then I got this one for $35 plus shipping on eBay. I made an offer and it was accepted. I would have gone higher. I've seen them go as high as, oh my gosh, 200. Don't pay 200. If it's brand new in the box, 75 bucks is okay to spend, I think. I mean, I almost did it. It depends on what's available at the time, what you can get your hands on. This clean, brand new old stock is excellent. Even came with the manual. Pretty cool. And if you don't have a manual and you'd like to see it and you're watching this, I will take a video of it so you can pause it and read it if you'd like. For greater dynamic range and higher sound pressure level, you can use two 23469 batteries. Make sure you remove them when you're not using it. Or you can put a car battery on it. 1987 Tandy, which is realistic, which was the Radio Shack stores. I used to love going in Radio Shack. Oh my gosh. The two-way radios, everything. Oh my gosh. I loved that place. The remote control cars, you get like thousands of little things like this. You could get your soldering iron, you can get your flux. Oh my gosh, it was a paradise. I miss that place. Radio Shack. All right, so let me go get one of these. I gotta find one that doesn't work, so I'm gonna go off camera for a while, and then I'll come back and just solder this up. This is my basement, and I'm gonna show you what I mean about boxes of stuff. This was a box of stuff that my old bandmate Danny Coyle gave me. Had a bunch of old mics, big cords, and it also had this, which is very similar to my cans of things. I've got this can full of all kinds of stuff. I mean, anything, any kind of parts that could possibly be used in the future. Even got fishing lures. Any kind of stuff left over that could be used for something. Lots of miscellaneous things. This is what happens after about 30 years of tinkering. You end up with a lot of stuff. So I went upstairs to grab a cable, and I decided to check my stuff first. I knew I didn't have anything down here, but I thought maybe the stuff that Danny gave me would have what I need. And first I saw this, so we're on the right track. Multiple low Z 1/4 inch connectors. I added that off of something. These are neat because they're so old. Here's another one. I need the male. This is female. There's a male piece right there. I could use this if I needed to, with a sleeve. This is old school connectors before. And here's the sleeve for it. Look at that. That's exactly what I need. And I'm sure you could buy these on eBay as well if you don't want to kill a cable. So there you go. I'm gonna put that I'll put that all back in about a week. I'm gonna put this in the holder. This is just so I don't burn the table. I'm gonna burn my napkin holder instead on the bottom so no one sees. Shh. Okay, so we got this. Unassemble it. If you can't find a flathead screwdriver around, this works just fine. Alright, why don't we start on the bottom? You can take these all the way out if you want, or you can leave them in. It might be a good idea to take them all the way out so they don't finish coming out by themselves. I just firmly took it out after removing those 2 set screws. Now you have these 2 metal things on each side that the set screws push into, so they're not pushing into just this material and not doing anything. So we'll put these aside for now. I need to get this out still, and the set screw is being difficult. Okay, I guess if the set screw's all the way in, you can just take it out. Interesting. This goes opposite. Threads are opposite. So if you're, usually I would be tightening right now, it actually loosened it. It works backwards. I don't think this other one did the same thing. Oh, and don't lose your set screws like I just did. Alright, so we got the 3 for that one. This is typical. Okay, here, I found it. So I'm just gonna see does this go in the regular way? And this one's, yep, that goes in the regular way. I'm gonna get my work surface, and alright, so we're gonna match this with the set screw up to the new one. So there we go. Here is the cord that came from the microphone that I cut off. About an inch. I'm going to take the protective covering, the black protective covering. You just you take scissors and you cut firmly, but not so firmly that you're gonna go through it. Create a little line there so you can just pull this stuff off without cutting the material below. Okay, so I just pulled this protective cover off, and we have the exposed wire here, which is the ground. We have a sleeve of paper which you can cut off, cotton material. Let me so I'm going to take this and twist it all together like that. And we got the red and the black, and I'm going to cut off this extra material, which is just cotton fibers, just helps support the overall cable. You've got 3 good points of contact here. So I do the same thing with these wires as I did with the black wire to take the sleeve off, right? I'm going to do it about right here, in here, not all the way back here. So I want it to have some of the red sleeve and the black sleeve on it, so if they touch each other down there, they won't short out. So just about this much, just so I can expose the wire to have enough to solder. So it's a delicate process. I kind of push down a little bit and then kind of pull it back to try to strip the casing off the wire. I got it started there, you can see, and I usually just finish it with my fingers like that. You got some exposed, but most of it's covered still. I'm going to do the same thing with the red. Cut off that extra material. I'm going to twist the cables. Now I'm going to look at this and match it. Try to get this to sit properly so we can see what we're doing. So we got red over here, black on the bottom, and ground over there. So just like that, black on the bottom. Don't judge me on my soldering. I think my dad taught me how. I'm going to take a little bit of this flux, this old disgusting flux material. Oh my. I'm going to put it on the, a little bit on the cable. And a little bit on the connector. Grab a little bit of solder that I dropped already. I'm gonna stick the wire in so I can still see a little bit of the wire sticking out. I'm gonna put my solder on there, hold it till it soaks in, and you gotta hold it for a minute, just a few seconds, so it hardens up, and there you go. That one's good to go. Now let me flux up these other parts. There's some flux down here I'm just grabbing off the ground, off the napkin holder. It's gonna smear a little bit on here, on each of these. It helps the solder connect to the raw material, and I could be wrong about that as well, how I'm explaining it. But it helps. It helps it connect. So I'm gonna put this black in the hole where I want the black one. A little bit. I think I have too much flux on there to even do that. Twist it a little bit more. Okay, I got it in there now. Good. You grab a little bit of solder. There's that. One more. The ground wire on the side. Let me stick it in first. It slid out while I was heating it. There it goes. It's good. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I do this all the time, and you might do it too. I forgot to put on, well, this is the one that I did before. See how it has the sleeve on there? And then you put it on. Because when you go like this, you put it back on like that. If you don't, if you don't do that first, you are not going to get this on. So I gotta take this off, put it on first. Moron. Alright, so I gotta redo this. It's okay. I'm having a great time, and I am no rush whatsoever. So, learn from your mistakes. If I had 10 of these to do, I would have just made the mistake once, and first thing you need to do is put the wire through here, through the sleeve. And actually, it's easier now because the wires are tougher because they have solder on them. So, not a total loss. And then this goes on. We can attach the other stuff down there after, but as long as it's on there before you attach it to here. I don't want to get up and go get a pair of ice grips. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta clean this thing out. Ow. Ow. I gotta go get vice grips. Okay, I got this thing to hold this. I'm just gonna hold one, so I don't wanna squeeze them together or anything. Get back in there, guy. Alright, so we've got this. We go put this in here. Line up that set screw with that hole. There we go. Lined up. And then we got and then it's set. Alright, we'll put the little bushings on here. Middle bushings. Top and bottom. Get my 2 set screws ready. Set that in there. This is a Switchcraft. A little tricky to keep the those things on as you maneuver it inside. Doesn't quite want to go. If you squeeze it, probably helps. Does not want to go. Oh Lord. Okay, it went in. Do yourself a favor. Actually get a proper screwdriver. I have no shame. Don't do this. Don't put your knife over your fingers or anywhere close. I put this in a little bit first. I just threaded it in with my fingers first a little bit. Let that sit in. The other side, I'm gonna put it in a little bit with my fingers first. I think I need to rebuy some things I had. I used to have a little mini set of screwdrivers. It was so cool. There you go. So now this brand new PZM has the proper connector for a low Z, and now we'll put on the battery connector on here. Helps to have a little extra weight on it, like that. You know, something to hold it for you a little bit. Just look in the compartment, it says plus. I'm gonna put the red on the plus and the negative on the end of this ring, or wherever on the ring. It really doesn't matter, as long as you have a good connection. So I'm gonna put a little flux on there, 30-old disgusting flux. I need to go on Amazon, get a new soldering iron, flux, and solder. There you go. Grab some solder. There you go. Place the wire in place, and hopefully this goes very quickly, painlessly. Ooh, that sucked it in nice. Yeah, that's good. That is very rewarding and satisfying. There you go. Give it a little tug, because you are gonna be moving it around a little bit when you put the battery on. All right. Now I need to find my 9-volt. Where did I put it? Is it over there? In the tomatoes? Where's my 9-volt? Well, that's an interesting picture. I think that might be the that'll be a good screen for the video. Where's my 9-volt? Here we go. I need some new headphones too. Oh my. Where's my 9-volt? Where is my 9-volt? Here we go. Ooh, what did I do with the 9-volt? Did it drop? I heard something drop earlier. Oh yeah, there it is. When you hear something drop, you should probably stop what you're doing before you forget about it. All right, so you attach this on there, obviously. It's that's why I say get the harder ones. Get the harder ones. It's just easier to get it on there. It has a switch on here. You turn it on, and we're gonna plug it in and see if it works. You always gotta be mindful of this box, not putting any pressure on it, because I don't know how many, oh, there you go. How many times I've had to reattach these wires. All right, so I'm gonna test the microphone now. So here is my input. I got this on input 6. Input 6. And I should be getting signal, but I'm not. Oh, well, you need to turn it up first. Check. Yeah, baby, there it is. Checky. Dun 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 dun. Awesome, works. So there you go. That is how you mod the realistic PZM with a 9-volt. That's it. And put this sucker on and put that battery on, and you're good to go. Happy recording, everyone. Even came with the manual. pretty cool. And if you don't have a manual and you'd like to see it and you're watching this, I will take a video of it so you can pause it and read it if you'd like. Try to flatten it out a little bit for you. It really is a great mic. So apparently this is this microphone is a copy of the Crown microphone, and Realistic, which is, you know, Radio Shack, licensed it from Crown. And the Crown ones I've seen, I think they're $399. And I'm sure they're better, but they're not necessary. These work great. I'm just gonna let you read this if you like, and freeze it on your computer if you want to read it, since I'm sure I never had one of these. I've had these mics for 20 years and I've never... Oh, look, they show that you can put two. I've also heard that too, if you don't want to put this in there, you can get two small 3-volt batteries, which bring you up to 6, or two 6-volt batteries. I think you can go up to 12 volts on this, and perhaps it says it in here. Install 1AA. For greater dynamic range and higher sound pressure level, you can use two 23469 batteries. Make sure you remove them when you're not using it. Or you can put a car battery on it and really increase the dynamic range. And it definitely works. So this must have been the key. Somebody read that and was like, oh yes. It works so well. A couple more pages here. Ooh, this is so in depth. Oh, I heard they work great in piano. In an upright piano, you can put it in the piano lid and close it. I actually did that the other day, or a month ago or so, and it works great. These things work on all kinds of things. Heard them being used for vocals, stages. I mean, you put up your vintage $15,000 Neumann U47, and behind it put one of these and then mix it together. I've heard that. Oh yes, drums are particularly useful. PZMs are particularly useful with high sound pressure levels, such as from drum sets. They will accurately reproduce sounds up to 135 dB with use of the two batteries. Okay, so there you go. For drum sets, 2 PZMs are usually sufficient. Mount one in front of the bass drum and the other near the tom-tom and cymbals. Hey, that's pretty cool. I've never done that. Also, you can place a piece of carpet or another acoustically absorbent material and put it slightly behind the edge of the PZM. This will provide 20 to 25 dB blocked in that direction. Oh, I've never even thought of that too, but it makes sense. Okay, so these are made in Japan, and I wanted to see the date. There's a date somewhere on these, I think. Maybe, oh yeah, there it is. 1987.